Yes guys, and welcome to RGHandhelds once again. Today we're checking out a cool new device from the company Trimui. They recently just released this maybe about a month ago, the Trimui Smart. A lot of you probably already know the Trimui S, which was the model prior to this version. Which was released quite a while ago, and it had quite a big popular development support for the device, and then hence they decided to do the update model, Trimui Smart. I really like this device. It really caught my eye when I saw it first. At the moment the prices seem to be quite high for the device, which I think that they will eventually come down. I have two here, a purple and a white version. I bought a second one recently off eBay, and the first one being off eBay as well. AliExpress was a hit and miss, so I decided to go via eBay way. Just a quick lowdown on the specs, guys, before we go unboxing. This main video is really about I've been working on the OS for this device, just updating the OS to what you normally get in the stock firmware. So we've gone from I think 21 systems, what you get as stock out the box, to 46 systems. I've recently just released Tomato OS for this device. I know it's a bit of a weird name, but we're following the MIUI naming, like MIUI onions. So I decided to call this Trimui Smart Tomato, and we're on currently version 1.1. I've done 2 releases, and I will link that in the video so you guys can go ahead and download it. So a quick lowdown on the specs. Trimui Smart. Screen is a 2.4 inch 320 by 240 IPS screen, guys. So it's coming in with an all-winner S3 chip, which can be clocked to around about 1.2 gigahertz. It's an ARM chip. It's got no GPU. RAM, we're coming in at 128 megabyte of LPDDR3. Storage, it has 8 gigabyte of internal eMMC. That's to store the actual OS on, and then obviously your games go on to the micro SD card. You can update. I will put a link to how you can actually update the device to the latest firmware. Also, external micro SD card. It normally comes with a 32 gig card pre-installed, with whatever they send you on there. Battery is coming in about 1000 milliamp. I believe it's slightly bigger, maybe 1200, but I could be wrong. I have been told it's actually bigger than that. So that's the specs, guys. So let's quickly go ahead and have a look at the box. Like I say, I've really been enjoying this device because I find that sweet spot of portability and what devices you can play on the device. I think it's brilliant. Comes in 4 colors. You can see here the yellow, maybe the cyan, the purple and the white. The one I'm going to show today is the white and the purple, which I have. So the box here, guys, just a quick one. It does have Wi-Fi built in. Bit sketchy at the moment, but it may get better for official firmware updates from the company themselves, using the factory flasher, which I will link. Tiny and slim, which it is. It is fast at booting. It's got Type C. It does have Bluetooth, again a little sketchy. And it says Trimui Market, not too sure what they're on about there. Approximate 3.5 hours playtime, guys. And that's your screen size, 2.4 inch IPS LCD. It's saying more than 10 emulators. I think there's around about 20, 21. But I bumped that up. I've been working hard for the last couple of days, putting all new systems onto the system. and also had help from a few devs on my Discord channel, RGHandhelds. Thanks to Sean Simon, who released a lot of mods for the device, which I've also added into the latest Tomato version 1.1 firmware, which I'm going to link in the video after we do a quick unbox and get on and just show you what you get with stock and what you get if you download our new Tomato version 1.1 firmware, which I'm going to link into the video at the end of this, guys, for you to download. So in the box you get the usual, the manual. I'll only unbox one, the other one I'll just quickly pull out. Usual, guys, I don't want to bore you to death with that. I believe this is the purple one. Yes, actually I just got this morning. Bought it off eBay. Kind of got lucky because they are a bit more expensive. I think I paid about 45 Great British pounds for the device. Quite a nice device. You get the usual Type-C cable to USB. You must use this cable if you're going to upgrade, because it does data as well. Don't just use any USB Type-C cable, because some don't actually transmit data. So that was just a quick unbox, but I do want to get out the white one as well, just so I can show you. Just so I can show you the comparison between the both. Right, so there you have them, the white and the purple. These are the two I have. Quick look around the device. This is just a dust cover, but that's Type-C. You can see here, start, menu and select, which corresponds to these buttons. And they got a kind of clicky feel to them. I wish they were a little less clicky, but not too bad, guys, not too bad. There's your speaker here. That's your LED light, which we have disabled in the custom firmware. Your buttons, I feel the buttons are feeling nice, and I do really like the D-pad as well. D-pad is pretty cool on this device. I was pleasantly surprised by that. That's for your lanyard, and you just have your two shoulder buttons, L and R. Not too bad again, not clicky, but okay. That is your power button right there, you can see there. Nothing down that side. Let's go ahead and boot this up. This is actually running the custom firmware that I've been working on, called Tomato OS, which is pretty cool. I've added a whole load of systems. Let that boot up, and we'll also boot up the one that comes with the stock SD card that you get in the box, just so I can show you and compare you know, the systems we've added to the device. So you can see there, you can see with the stock OS that LED light can get pretty distracting, so that's what the mods do. It will disable that LED, and also I've turned the volume down for the music, but that's quite annoying as well. It's also being modded and disabled on the custom firmware, which you will get to download shortly. So a quick look at the systems in the device. You go into here, let's see if we can get a good image. So we're starting off with Arcade, Arcade Final Burn Neo, Atari 2600, 7800, CPS 1, CPS 2, CPS 3, Famicom, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, MAME Plus, MAME 2010, Mega Drive, Master System, Neo Geo, Neo Geo Pocket, PC Engine, PGM, PlayStation, see if we can get a better angle, Super Famicom, Wonders One Color, and back to Arcade. So that's around about 21 systems. Now the one firmware that we've been working on, Tomato OS version 1.1 this is. I just finished it this morning and I have officially released it, but I'm going to put a link in the video as well where you can download the cool OS. So let's go ahead, and as you can see, the LED's been disabled and the music has been killed. So let's go ahead and quickly check this out, starting from, see if we can get a nice image. There you go. Amiga CD32, Amstrad CPC, arcade. I've also changed the icons as well to much nicer icons than what you get with stock. Arcade Final Bird Neo, Atari 2600, Atari 52, Atari 78, CPS1, CPS2, CPS3, Famicom or NES as you know it, FDS, Game & Watch, Game Gear, Game Boy and Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Intellivision, Lynx, Main Plus, Main 2010, Mega Drive, Master System, MS-DOS, MSX, Neo Geo CD, Neo Geo, Neo Geo Pocket, PC Engine, PC Engine CD, PGM, Pico 8, Pokemon, PlayStation PSX, Scum VM, Sega CD32, Sega 32X, Sega CD, Super Famicom, also known as Super NES, SG-1000, Super Game Boy, Super Graphics, Super Vision, TIC-80, Virtual Boy, WonderSwan Color, ZX Spectrum, and back to the start again, guys. So you can see there's quite a few extra systems, and that's 46 from the stock, which only comes with about 21. So depending on what stock OS you're using, it's around about 21 systems, maybe less, but we have now 46 in total. Basically what I've done is just cross and ported over very quickly from the Miu Mini, as you all guys know, a very popular device. It shares the same kind of software as this, so just a few config tweaks and I ported most of all the emulators over from the Miu Mini onto this device, and you can see them all there. So let's just quickly go ahead and check out some of these emulators that I want to show you. We won't be too long on this, guys, so let's jump in with a bit of Amiga, because I know we've got some Amiga fans out there. Just quickly step it up, load up some Alien Breed. And the OS is pretty simple. The Tomato OS, you simply extract a zip file and copy the contents of a folder onto the root of your SD card. As simple as that, guys. Very simple to do. This one's for all them Amiga fans out there. I know we have a few. There you go, guys. How cool is that? Such a nice small device. That's what I love about this device. So small, but yet you can play some of your old classic games, you know, that, and it's very comfortable. The D-pad's nice as well, as you can see. Got no issue with controls. I love it. I absolutely love it. So that's Amiga, guys. I have to quickly move on because There are quite a few systems. I can't show them all though. CD32 as well. It actually works perfectly fine. I'm just going to try a few systems. Your Amstrad CPC. You got your Arcade Final Burn Neo, and your Ataris for all the Atari fans. And you have all these CPS games in here as well. You got Famicom, FDS. We can quickly just check out a game and watch game here. Just let's start some random one up. Maybe this one. This didn't take too long to port over. There you go. You can go full screen. Don't ask me how to play it because I ain't got a clue. But I think it's so cool having a game and watch on this cool little small device, and it works really well. So that's another emulator that I bought it over quite quickly. What else do we have? Game Gear. I know a lot of you probably want to play some Game Gear on here. So we can check out what we have here. Just quickly go ahead and test something out. Sonic maybe. Just very quickly. The amount of systems that you can play on this device now, thanks to the Tomato OS, is simply amazing. And I will try to port a few more systems over. That's my main aim. I also want to get some ports ported over. Still figuring out how to get ports ported over. When I mean ports, I mean stuff like, you know, Doom, Quake and so on. Still not quite figured out to get them working on the device, but I will get there eventually. My main aim was getting, you know, a good selection of emulators going. And that is Game Gear, guys. I'm pretty happy with the performance of Game Gear as well. What else do we have? So your Game Boy Advance, they all run very well. Television, Atari Lynx. Suppose we can go ahead and check out one of my favorite ones, which is Blue Lightning. So if you guys, anyone want to order one, I'll put a link in the description from where you can actually buy one of these. I do recommend eBay. I tried AliExpress a few times, 3 or 4 times, and I was told I had to pay $8 more for delivery, which was not quite on. In the end, I ended up going the eBay route, which was fine. As you can see there, guys, Atari Lynx running beautifully. Really nice device to have in the pocket. It's so small, so portable. It's got a nice screen on it, and it's very, very versatile, as in the amount of systems it can play, as you can see. So you have MAME, you have all different MAME Plus, you have your Mega Drive, runs brilliant. Master System, MS-DOS, some of the old classic MS-DOS games, they all run perfectly. All the Commander Keens and Duke and Nukems. You got MSX runs good, Neo Geo CD, Neo Geo, Neo Geo Pocket, PC Engine, all run great. And the CD, Neo Geo CD, PGM, you got Pico. We can go ahead and quickly check out some Pico. Let's see what we have here. Let's try some Celeste very quickly. You can see there, guys, it runs nice. Nice. Thanks to Sean Simon, he done this quick port over to the Trimui. That is running sweet. And you can add images to your games, like you can see here, the way I've done it here. It's very simple, and it tells you in the instructions how to do it. So you can have everything nice and tidy. So that's Pico 8, guys. PKM, yeah, Pokemon, PlayStation. They run brilliantly, PlayStation. Scum runs great. Sega CD32X. Suppose we can quickly check out 32X game. And I was quite surprised. 32X actually runs amazing on here. Some systems actually struggle to emulate 32X, but not this. Let's just quickly get into it. That'll change your view. And it looks great as well on the small screen. I was pleasantly surprised with it. Like I say, that Tomato OS, guys, it really has bumped up the amount of systems you can play on this great device. Took me a couple of days, but you know, hard work paid off. Quickly porting over all the MIUI releases that have been released so far. So anything new gets released to MIUI, I will certainly go ahead and port it over to this as well at the same time. Let's quickly do a lap and get out of here. And that is Virtual Racing 32X, guys, and all the 32X games really run very well. So Sega CD, I do like my Sega CD as well. All the games run absolutely amazing. One of my favorite games. Because I actually had a Sega CD and this was one of the games I used to play a lot. Sega Jaguar XJ220. You can see it's running beautiful. Actually, I didn't want to do that. I just want a quick free practice. There you go. And you can see how nice everything just fits. When I use this emulator on a lot of systems, it seems to cut off the screen here and there. It doesn't quite fit perfectly, but on here it's all fitting very nice, which I was quite pleased with. And it runs very well, as you can see, using Pico Drive for RetroArch for the main core. The thing I like about this game is controllability is just amazing. So that is Sega XJ220 for the Sega CD, guys. What else do we have here? Super Famicom, SG-1000, all running great. Super Game Boy runs great, so does that. Supervision, TIC-80, Virtual Boy, Wonder-Swan, and the ZX, and back to Amiga. So that is 46 systems, guys. Just gonna show you also some of the mods that have been made by Sean from our Discord. Let me go ahead. So he's made the Commander app, which is essential. You really do need this app if you want to delete or move files from the device. I find it very handy to have on the device. So that's cool. And there's the options to either revive the music or kill the music. You simply click it and it'll bring the music back. We can go ahead. There you go, I just revived it and then I'm going to kill it. And it will stick on boot. There you go, it goes off again. That's just RetroArch. And also I've added something called sort favorite list, where when you go to favorites, you can actually sort the list how you want it, not how they actually put that sort list in, which is cool. So that is, guys, I'm just going to quickly show you the about screen, and I'll show you that this is the latest firmware. So if you got one of these, make sure you're on 0.113. If not, you can quite simply update it using the factory updater, which I can link in the video as well. I have updated all mine. Pretty simple to do, guys. And that is the Trim UI, guys. This is the Tomato OS, which is, as I just shown you, all the improved and systems that you now have to play, 46 of them in total, which is amazing compared to stock OS, which you will have around about 21 or less to play with on the stock OS. So that is stock, that is got Tomato OS on it. The latest version I released today, as of today, of Tomato OS was version 1.1. So I will link that in the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you've got one of these or if you're thinking of getting one, and what you think of the Tomato OS download once you've tried it out. I'll be really happy to hear from what you guys think of all the different systems I've been adding to the Tomato OS, and what kind of improvements you'd like to see in the OS, and any other systems that I may have missed, or a system that you want added. Hope you enjoy the video. Hit that like button, please, guys. Hit that subscribe button, and we will see you soon.